Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
So glad you can join us. Barbados elects its first president as it begins the process to replace Queen Elizabeth II as head of state. This story takes the lead in today's edition of Caribbean Perspective for Friday, 22nd October 2021. Details when we return.
Did you know that your friends and family can now shop at the Food Fair from anywhere in the world, and you can receive here in Grenada? The Food Fair and GrenadaMarket.com now makes it possible through secure online shopping and personalized customer service. Simply send your loved ones a list of your preferred items or let them fill an online basket, and the items will be available for pickup or delivery. Visit GrenadaMarket.com or thefoodfair.gd today for more details. The new norm. Spread the news.
Welcome back. Lawmakers elect Barbados' first president. Opposition Senator Caswell objects to the nomination process. Details in this comprehensive report from Barbados Today.
When Barbados celebrates its 55th anniversary of independence in just over a month, Dame Sandra Mason will replace Queen Elizabeth II as the head of state. The way was paved today at a joint parliamentary sitting held at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Centre, in which lawmakers from the lower house unanimously approved the nomination, along with senators present for this session. But the move was not without its controversy, as opposition Senator Caswell Franklin raised a strong objection and refused to be part of the process.
This document has no validity. It comes from nowhere.
I have deemed it to be valid, and we will proceed.
You cannot deem something to be valid that does not have a constitutional or legislative basis, sir. So no, you will not treat me this way today. I will not stand for it. You will not put me out.
Senator Franklin, there's no need. We don't have to put you out.
Sir, no, but you must hear me then.
Senator Franklin, this is not the time or the place.
It is the time because there's no other time.
Your concern is noted.
Sir, my concern is not addressed because I'm not finished.
Regulations. This is the Supreme Court of the land.
This document has no validity. It comes from nowhere. Somebody made up this last night after I told people get things in place because I can object. So you rush and do this. It has. I don't want to surprise nobody. No, I told everybody that this is gonna happen. To show you that the nonsense that we did in this House and the Senate last time when we passed the Constitutional Amendment Act, there are no rules.
Prime Minister Mia Mottley described it as a seminal moment for the country's journey. In congratulating the president-elect, she said there was no one more deserving for the top post.
And there can be no better way to reflect the love of self than to accept that one of your very own, born of this nation, shaped by this nation, adding to this nation, bringing honor to this nation, that person should be elected here today. Like the leader of the opposition, I take pride in the fact that it is a woman of the soil to whom this honor is being given and conferred by the members of both houses of parliament. Like the leader of the opposition, I know only too well the journey that it has taken for women to come to any position that they did not hold before, and the extent to which it has been the subject of all kinds of difficulties and, regrettably in some instances, misogyny. I know only too well that those of us for whom that honor is given come not to be the first ever, but come to ensure that we will never be the last. And Mr. Speaker, I believe that that is the position of the person whom we have now elected as our first woman president, but also our first president of this nation, Barbados.
She added that the move to republic was critical for the independent nation, stressing it was time for Barbados to claim its full destiny.
This is really not about November 30th, 2021. This is about December 1st, 2021. This is about being able to use this as the springboard that we as a nation need in order to confront a completely different reality. In many instances, even significantly different from that which confronted us as a nation when we became the government of this nation just over 3 years ago.
Opposition leader Joseph Bishop Atherley also had high praise for Dame Sandra Mason. He, however, maintained his objection to the process and timing of the country's move to the parliamentary republic.
By this vote, Mr. Speaker, we have elevated to the highest office in the land, in this new context, one we consider to be worthy of this signal honor. One who has achieved excellence in her public and professional life, one who has worn all the trappings of her current office with dignity, polished bearing, and the requisite mix of pride and humility. One who both symbolizes and gives substantive expression to that which we desire to be ideally Barbadian, inclusive of one, the pursuit of individual duty as one's imperative contribution to the shaping of our national destiny. 2, the embrace of integrity and industry in professional and public endeavor. 3, the demonstration of civility and charity in engaging others in the context of their concerns and challenges. One who, by manner of service and appreciation of office, constitutes, again, both symbolically and substantively, a unifying force in the practice of our political and governance model.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick.
Members of Parliament in Antigua and Barbuda are once again urging the public to do their civic duty and get vaccinated against COVID-19. ABS's Ragib Aparicio recaps their comments.
More people. It's been a month since the implementation of the government's COVID-19 vaccine mandate. In that time, the number of those fully vaccinated has climbed by over 10,000. However, members of Parliament are urging more people to come forward. As the race towards herd immunity continues, Minister with responsibility for social transformation and the blue economy, the Honourable Dean Jonas, warns the strain on the country's health sector is evident.
Quite a few persons have died, who have not had coronavirus. But they have died because there were no resources in terms of beds and other resources at the hospital to tend to them.
Works Minister the Honourable Lennox Weston says the issue of getting vaccinated is a civic duty. Without mincing his words, he argues much of the anti-vaccination rhetoric is founded in ignorance.
If you're going to kill yourself, I tell you all the time, it's okay. The earth has never refused a stupid body. Never. So if you don't want to take the vaccine, you walk about big and bold, you don't want a vaccine, you don't want a thing, you're not taking nothing, it's Bill Gates. Stay by yourself, have a good life, have a good death.
Health Minister the Honourable Sir Malwyn Joseph, however, views the arguments as ironic.
All of the adults in Antigua who are refusing to take the vaccine, they got it when they were children. They're going around with the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine in their system.
Public Utilities Minister the Honourable Sir Robin Yearwood reminds everyone of the need to protect the country's most vulnerable, its children.
Let us care for them. Without them, none of us in Antigua and Barbuda would have a future. Therefore, let us try and protect their future, because they can't protect it at this tender age.
Rakib Aparis reporting for ABS News.
Alan Chastany says he should be back in St. Lucia by the end of this month. The leader of the opposition told partisan UWP media on Wednesday that he will be in attendance at the next sitting of Parliament. More in this HTS News Force news item.
Former Prime Minister Alan Chastany claims he intends to return to St. Lucia before the end of October 2021. Phoning into partisan UWP media on Wednesday, the leader of the opposition disclosed that he plans to attend the next sitting of the House of Assembly. Chastany, who is overseas on vacation with his family, has been criticized for his prolonged absence from the country and non-attendance at Parliament since the UWP's crushing loss at the polls in July.
My absence from home is not about making any political statements.
Right.
I'm not trying to coerce any decisions from anyone. This is legitimately time that I have taken to be with my family and to reconnect with my family.
Recently, the Micoud South MP told the Conservative radio audience that he was undergoing a period of self-reflection about his political future. A journey this week, he says, is still underway, but now it appears the process will continue on St. Lucian soil.
I should be back, as I said to you, by the end of the month, I'll be back. But also, if in fact there's a parliamentary session before, I'll be back for that. I will be at the next parliamentary session.
Okay.
In government. And I just want to say that in no way am I making any decisions.
Yeah.
What I am talking about is a process to prepare for a decision to be made.
Right.
And I have to recognize, and I think everybody would also appreciate, that in order for the party to be able to make a decision, I must make a decision myself.
A personal decision, yes, I agree.
But what about the people of Micoud South who reposed their confidence in the former Prime Minister for a second time at the polls?
A decision that you must announce today. Take my foolish advice if you want to call it foolish. You have to say that you will continue to represent the people of Micoud South who voted for you. At least you have to do that.
That goes without saying. I
want you to say it for the people.
You have said it before.
We have said it before.
I have no intentions of giving up the seat in Micoud South.
The opposition leader, who last week boasted of his work with a multi-million-dollar Caribbean equity, claims he is working on initiatives which would help young people land a job with big tech from their homes.
One of the things I've been doing up here is about creating a new entity that I would like to start in Micoud South, with the idea of it becoming nationwide and then something certainly in the wider Caribbean. And that is, I believe that young people have the greatest opportunity to be involved in international business than they've ever had before. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a young artist in understanding trademarking, or a young artist, a singer, or a craftsperson, or somebody who designs software.
Yeah.
International companies now, they've said that 1/3 of their workforce is not going to come back to work in their office. So it means there's an opportunity for a St. Lucian to work for a Google, to work for an Apple, based in St. Lucia. And getting an international salary.
So we hope you're speaking to these people on behalf of your constituents.
Yeah, so my intention is to create an entity that can help facilitate people in moving in that level of direction.
While Chastany would not give a precise date for his return, he continues to deny charges of skirting his duties. Rather, the former Prime Minister contends assessing his place on the political landscape is consistent with a desire for the best interests of the United Workers' Party and concern for the health and economic welfare of citizens.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year. Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
am Eddie Frederick, wishing you a restful weekend. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please continue to log on to CaribbeanPerspective.com for more daily news and more.